Hey guys and dolls, welcome back to the makeup community. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you want to know a little bit more about us, check out the welcome video, but pretty much it's kind of a hybrid YouTube channel plus social community for people who just love makeup. So I think that makeup is for everybody. I know makeup is for everybody. So that's kind of the premise of the whole thing. And we are going to go ahead and get started with a request today. I had a request how to keep makeup on all day, especially when sweating. That's a good one. Now, as CAT scan tech, I worked 12-hour days. It's a very physical, moving patients and everything else. And I wanted to look decent at the end of the day, too, because with my tremors, people would mention the tremors, and some people can be kind of mean about it. And especially if they're in pain, you don't see the best side of people a lot of the time. So feeling good about how I looked kind of gave me the confidence to, just laugh it off and move through it. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. You want to look good. You spend all that time on your makeup, you'll want it to stay on. So the basic premise of this is you've got to set it. Whether you're a powder person or not, which trust me, I will take care of that powdery look for you. You just got to trust me, hang in there. Now, if you have oily skin, I have combination skin. I'm oily in the T-zone. And so that's where my makeup would start breaking up, is in the oily parts. Now, I'm going to go through primers and foundations in the, Makeup 101, Makeup for Dummies. But if you have oily skin, I have a couple things here for you that have been life-saving for me. This has become my holy grail. It is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This stuff is great. It doesn't hurt that it smells like peaches. I love that. But it is wonderful. It's pore filling, but it controls your oil very well. And another one that I keep reaching for over and over again is the Benefit POREfessional Matte Rescue. They took the POREfessional and then put a mattifying ingredient in there, and it's absolutely wonderful. This works really well. And if you are looking for a more wallet-friendly option, you are not going to believe this. So when I was younger, Wet n Wild was kind of like the 99-cent eyeliner thing. This Photo Focus Face Primer in Matte by Wet n Wild is probably the best one that I have found in the drugstore, and I have gone through so many of them, and this one is great. The price point is great. It works great. I highly recommend this one. So after you're done with your makeup, even if you baked with powder or anything, you need to go on with a setting powder that just sets everything in place and holds everything together. If you don't like the, cakey, you think, oh, it's powdery, it's going to be cakey, hang in there with me. So I have some of my favorites here, absolute favorites. I'm going to start with Clinique. Now, if you have some, sensitive skin, this isn't really going to bother it. It's got a nice coverage. It feels good. It's nice and silky. I absolutely love this, and I have been using this for years and years and years and years and years. Yes, I've added, onto the collection, but I keep going back and kind of reaching for it, especially if I have, like a wedding or something like that to go to. This just gives a beautiful veil coverage for that. And then this one, I have been kind of looking for another powder lately to like bake around my nose. Like I said, I get oily, and I'll go into the whole baking thing in another video. But the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder, I'm going to get a full size of this. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Gives an absolutely beautiful finish. Absolutely gorgeous. And another trial size one that I got that I am in love with. Yeah, I'm love makeup. I can't help it. Sorry. And I love powders. For some reason, I've been going gonzo with powders. But this is the Cover FX Translucent Powder. I absolutely love this product. It is great. More drugstore friendly. These are absolutely wonderful, or drugstore friendly, wallet friendly drugstore pick is the Maybelline Fit Me loose powders. These are really great. The price point is really great, but they make your skin look absolutely beautiful. I really like this one. It's almost like a very sheer coverage, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The next drugstore find, I actually started using this in high school, and so the smell of this, Christy, I'm looking at you, girl. We used to wear the CoverGirl foundation and the CoverGirl powders, and oh my gosh, the smell just takes me back, is the CoverGirl loose powder. Now they changed the packaging since I got this one. Hopefully the other one's got a screw on top, because this one just pops on, so I'm telling you, this is not travel friendly at all. But it is a really good powder. It's really wallet friendly, but I love it, and I love the smell of it because of the memories. And I kept the last loose powder for, you know, my favorite for last. Since this came out, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, so I ordered it online before it was in the store. I'm in love. Like, if they ever stop selling this, I am going to stockpile this stuff. Like, my husband will walk out into the garage and see just boxes and boxes of this powder out there. Is the Huda Beauty. Oh my gosh, mine, the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. My color is Pound Cake. This is thebomb.com. Let me tell you, this thing, you can bake with it, you can set with it, it stays, the finish is beautiful, absolutely love it. There's one problem that I have to warn you about. It is really perfumed, and it smells like a 1950s perfume, you know, elderly lady perfume. I don't know how to describe it, but it is very perfumed. It does dissipate, but it is so perfumed. I've got to warn you about that, because that is something that absolutely, some people have no-go with that. If you have sensory issues with smells, you don't want this, but I absolutely love this. Love, 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 love this one. If you want to go with a pressed powder, let's say, you know, you're traveling a lot and you just don't want to mess with the loose powder at all, the Pro Longwear MAC will never let you down. It's absolutely wonderful. That's, you know, a go-to. You can pack this one in your purse for touch-ups too. It's great. And then this one I've been using for years. This is technically a powder foundation, but it's the CoverGirl Clean Powder Foundation for normal skin. This is a really good one, and I'm going to cover this in the foundations too, because it's technically a powder foundation, but what I love about this one is it doesn't cake up like other powder foundations do when you put on foundation, liquid foundation. Because usually if you put on liquid foundation and then put on a powder foundation on top of it, give it a couple hours, you're going to have a cakey mess. With this one, you don't. It's great. So the biggest thing about all of these powders when I'm judging what I'm going to talk about is they come in a good variety of skin tones, a lot of skin tones. I'm just, ugh. So now we're getting into the whole, I don't want to edit myself a lot. Now you see why I should really edit. But anyway, they come in, you know, they look good on different skin tones. They come out with different colors, so everybody could do it, because I am not going to recommend something that only half of you can actually go out and get. I mean, that just sucks. And a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but there have been a couple foundations that have come out recently that they just drop the ball on there, and I'm not going to recommend them. I'm not going to even mention them at all, because, you know, here's this great product, but you can't get it. That's horrible. I don't want to do that. So how do you put on these loose powders? Well, let me tell you, I'm glad you asked. Brushes. Now, I do have a powder puff. There's nothing wrong with a powder puff, and I'm going to bring this up later too, because I use this also for something else. But you got your powder puffs, and then you have powder brushes. Now, I brought out some of my favorites. This one is Bare Minerals. It's more of a flat top bouquet brush. And this is the Bare Minerals Flawless brush. Those are great, absolutely wonderful. They're not super spendy, but they're kind of up there. These two I use every single day, and this one is really great. I just like the girliness of it. These two are from Morphe, and they actually came in a set. There are no numbers for it, but these came in a set from Ulta, and they are absolutely wonderful. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get good brushes, and Morphe is proof of that. I use Morphe eye brushes, face brushes. I mean, they're actually really good. I've rarely had some. I've had maybe 2 that didn't work out for me, but the rest worked out for me, and these are great. The bigger one I use all over my face, and the little one is the one that I use for under my eye, when especially if I'm putting, you know, I always powder and set the concealer under my eye. This one is a Real Techniques brush. Real Techniques, my favorite foundation sponges are from Real Techniques that I've been using for years. I mean, I have beauty blenders and they're great, but I go back to the Real Techniques, and their brushes are also really good. I got this one just because it's, you know, princessy, nerdy princess right here. So Real Techniques, available at Walmart, Ulta, you know, wherever, CVS, Walgreens, they're wonderful. So you got your powder on, you veiled everything, you know, you got your makeup done, you put your powder on. So what's next? You know how I said that I would save you from the, you know, super powdery, cakey face that a lot of people, like my sister, she doesn't like powder, you know, because she's afraid of that, you know, really matte powdery look. I got you covered there. We are going to set it with setting spray. Setting spray, it seals everything in, but it also moistens. I don't know if I want to say moistens it. It makes that super powdery look go away and makes you look radiant again. It makes it look like skin again, so you don't have that bam powder on there. So I have some for oily skin, I have some, you know, normal skin, and I have some for dry skin. I'm going to start with my favorite, and I have a lot of the travel size ones because I travel. This one is the Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray. Oh my gosh, also smells like peach. I love this. I'm definitely going to get this in a full size too, just to have it around, because it is absolutely wonderful. It keeps my makeup perfect, keeps my face matte. Love it. Next, Matte Finish Fini Matte Long Lasting Setting Spray. I think the Fini Matte is that in French. I just read it, you know. Sorry. This is a wallet-friendly one. It's wonderful. Another wallet-friendly one that actually I forgot to bring out here is from Rimmel. That one's another good one, but NYX is really good. The setting spray is great. And then, of course, you can't say setting spray without Urban Decay All Nighter. Now, if you have super, super oily skin, you can go with the Urban Decay De-Slick. I go with the All Nighter because I have combination skin, but this will make your makeup stay all night. Now this is for normal skin, any, you know, oily, combination dry. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And what I really like about this one is that it's an aerosol. Oh, it smells so good. It's an aerosol spray, so you know, you don't, and it's so fine that you don't get those droplets on your face. Some of these, you know, you end up with the droplets and you don't want them to dry that way. This takes care of it. This is wonderful, and it's a great deal at $15. I got this at Ulta. It is a really good deal. Now this next one is not really so much of a setting spray. It will set your makeup. It will get rid of the powdery look, but it's not going to extend it that much. But it is absolutely wonderful for refreshing your makeup in the middle of the day. I have a full size and a travel size of this, and I use it for eyeshadow. I'll go through it with the eyeshadows. I use it for wetting my brushes for eyeshadows. MAC Fix Plus. I love MAC Fix Plus. Maybe on some people it has their makeup stay all day, and because I'm combination, I have the oil coming through. Maybe if you have dry skin, it would totally set it, but this is wonderful. I love it. So if you're just going after something real quick and you only need it to last for a couple of hours, this would do you. But one thing that I love about this is you can refresh your makeup with it in the middle of the day, and it just, I don't know, renews you. Another one, now this is for any skin. You can use this for dry skin. I found that it doesn't really help the oils And so this is more for, like, my best friend has, you know, super dry patches on her skin, and I recommended this to her. This is wonderful. It's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Setting Spray, and I got this at Sephora. It's great. Really, honestly, it's great. It's just, to be honest, my oily face in the middle, it doesn't, you know, the oils break through. That's the only problem that I see with this. If you don't have oily skin, give this one a shot. It's great, and it will also refresh in the middle of your day. And that's why I have this one. You're like, well, if it doesn't really work for you with your oily T-zone, why do you have it? Because it refreshes in the middle of the day, and it's wonderful. Another refreshing in the middle of the day, this is actually a primer, but I use it for refresh, Smashbox Primer Water. It is wonderful. It's moisturizing. I spray it on my face before I put on my regular primer just to give a little bit more moisture. I really love it. So you're gonna powder, you're gonna spray, and you're out in the middle of the day, you're, you know, sweaty or oily. What do you do then? Well, if you're oily, get some oil blotting sheets. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them. This was actually free from Ulta. It came in one of, you know, the little bags that you buy, you know, an Ulta product, you get a free thing. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them. Elf makes some for a couple bucks. They're great, but you just pat. You don't wipe, you pat that oil with these blotting sheets, and they suck up the oil for you. So that way you're not piling on more product on top of oil that is just going to make you break out. And then for sweating in the summer, I carry around, and I know this might sound silly, but I carry around a little handkerchief. I got this at a flea market. It's a little antique handkerchief. I think I got it for $1 or $3 or something like that. But if you're sweating, pat. Pat. Don't wipe, don't swipe, because that's just going to wipe your makeup on. Wipe your makeup off. Oh, I'm having a great day. Just pat it like this, and that way you're not wiping your makeup off, but you can still get that sweat off. So I hope I was helpful here with your request. You know, if you have any questions, go to the discussion area, which is really the comment area, but we're using it as a discussion area. Let me know. Hopefully we have some people in there in the community that we can pick their brain and see what they say. So if you like makeup, if you're a pro makeup artist, and we can pick your brain, if you're starting out with makeup and want to ask some questions, if you just like makeup channels because they're fun to watch, hit that subscribe button down there and spread the word. We're just starting out. So if you know somebody who likes makeup, spread the word. Send them here, and we'll get this community going and make it a really fun, positive place to be. So that's about it. I will talk to you down in the discussion area, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.